Good morning, ladies and gents. Winston Goods here, aka Mr. Mayor Forex Trading, of course, from a wintry South Africa. All right, so what I want to go through, I'm just going to go through a couple of things here with you guys today. Starting with the Euro USD. All right, so the Euro USD, last week I took a nice trade. Also, I explained to you guys, for those of you who don't do price action trading or not very keen or very comfortable with price action trading, yet there is a strategy that I have, and that's the 69 EMA and the 200 EMA, just those two EMAs. Now, once the 69 crosses over the 200, below the 200, you wait for price action to come back and touch the 200, then you can put in your sell signal because you're selling. It's below the 200, you sell. You put in your that's what I did last week, and I showed you guys before all this was actually here. Told you guys, you put your sell order in there, your stop loss above, and your take profit will be either 2 to 1, or as you can see, there's an obvious low down there. So you would have put your stop loss down there. So you would have made putting a trade in there, a sell order. It came close to touching your stop loss, but it wouldn't. You would have made some profit. I myself did put a trade in. After I did see this V formation over here. This is a good indication of selling pressure coming into the market. I did put my sell order in there, basically on the same position where I would have put my sell order in if I have followed the strategy. So I put a sell order in there, and I did my take profit right over there. So it was a good trade, a 65 pip move down to the downside. All right, so what happens here? This was now Friday. When you're looking at these spikes, you would be fooled to think, oh, the market is moving to the upside. Don't be fooled. Friday, there are less participants in the market. So these moves are all irrational moves. It's all non-biased movements, if I can say it that way. So don't trust Friday trading. Fridays, there's not a lot of trading going on, so not a lot of participants. So don't be fooled by these moves. But anyways, what's happening, I'm just going to run through a couple of things that I see on the markets today. The Euro USD is in a ranging market because the DXY, because of the dollar. The dollar is also busy in a ranging market. So what I'm looking for here, if I do see a little break below here, I will probably do another sell order to go to this support over here from this resistance. Remember, here's resistance between these two lines. As you can see, it's been resistance for quite some time. There was a little fake out there. Resistance, support. So this is a very, very nice support area, and this is a very, very nice resistance area. As soon as price breaks through, and not just a fake out, once it breaks through, consistent breakthrough, I will look for some buying opportunities. Or once it breaks below the support, I will look for some selling opportunities, but not just a fake out, a sustained break to the downside or sustained break to the upside. I will look for some buying opportunities. For now, I'm going to look at the euro a bit closer on the lower time frames, like 5 minutes, 15 minutes time frames, and see if I can get some, short trades coming in between this ranging market, as long as it stays between the range. Not to say it's going to stay between the range. It can break out at any time. All right, so I'm just going to jump over to the US yen. Now, the US yen is in a very interesting spot. I might take a long position on the US yen. Reason being, we have seen, this is on the daily time frame. You can see where it had nice resistance over here, nice resistance. It broke through resistance, found support, found resistance, broke through resistance, found support. So it could be that this price is going to end up at these highs over here. If you look at the highs, this is where the highs is. So I'm thinking about taking a long position on the US yen, maybe to these levels up top over here. So this will be my next level of interest, especially because I do see consistent break, retest, and it's on that nice support level. Previously resistance, now support. So I might take a stab up to the upside. I'm just going to keep an eye on it and see what happens. Let's jump to the euro yen quickly as well. I like to trade the euro pairs, as you guys can see. I do love the euro. So this is now on a daily time frame. So this is the weekly Fibonacci. If you go down to your weekly time frame, you draw a Fibonacci. That's what I like to do sometimes when I'm looking at opportunities or where basic trading zones will be. So if you look at the Fibonacci level, the weekly Fibonacci, it is nicely within our limits over here. If you look at between the 38, 50 and the 61.8, this is a nice trading how can I say it, a nice zone to look for some trading opportunities. This whole area over here is a nice trading area. So if you do see price come back to this zone over here, I'm going to start looking for some buying opportunities because I see the market is on a nice uptrend. I will look for a nice retracement either to the 38 or to the 50 or to the 61.8 retracement, because this was a nice level. If you look at it, draw it through, let me just put this in there so I can just show you guys. If you look at the 68, it's a very interesting zone. It's been tested a couple of times. So this might be a nice deep retracement into this area and then looking for some selling or some buying opportunities from here. But for now, I am going to let this price action run its course because it might do a shallow pullback and start running to the upside. Like there is another nice interesting zone over there as well on the 38.2. You can see it's been tested once, twice, and it broke through. So it might pull back to this area or to that area. These are three very interesting areas that I'm looking at to see for a nice pullback, bounce off, and back to the upside. That's my trading ideas for the week. So guys, please like this channel, please support this channel, share on Facebook as well. Join the Facebook group. It's called Forex Hangout on Facebook. There we chat, we post our trades for the day, and if you have a good trade, a bad trade, post it up there, and I can break it down and see if you had a bad trade and you can't understand why. Post your trade up there so I can see if I can break it down and explain to you why that trade didn't work. Alright, from my side, Winston Kutsia, Mr. Mayor Forex Trading. Have a good one. Cheers, cheers, cheers.